The Valachi Papers is a 1972 gangster film starring Charles Bronson as Joe Valachi. At the beginning of the film, he is in prison, and some of his former crew don't like him for some reason, and he's trying to figure out why, because they all got busted. However, his boss, Don Vito Genovese, has put a hit on him, so he gets attacked in the shower. He asks for solitary and basically gets put in there until he has a talk with Don Vito, who says the hit will stay on. Don Vito thinks that he did the snitching, so now Valachi has to go with another officer into secret hiding in order to tell him all about the organization. So a large majority of this film is done in flashback. We get to see like how Joey joined the group, and then like the mob war that happened while he joined, and then all this other stuff going on. This movie is actually a lot more than just a Charles Bronson action picture. This is actually like a really solid gangster film that explores a lot of the organizations and how they work, the little ritual they have to do to join, how mob wars work, how the rules of like engagement. There's lots of violent hits on each other. There's lots of interesting little nuances about the pecking order and how things happen when the boss isn't around. There's a particularly gruesome sequence involving Joey's best friend that's like literally one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in a film, to be honest. It's just heartbreaking, but it goes to show how dangerous the world of organized crime can be. When everything is good, you're living with like a family of brothers, and you'd all shoot for each other, you'd all kill for each other, you'd all die for each other. But then when the tits are up, you're just a meat sack willing to be disposed so you don't hurt the family. And it really goes to show how they don't really have any loyalty, even though you think they do. And when the things are great, you think things are great, but they're not. And Valachi goes over in great detail, and then we get the finale. So overall, this is definitely a more interesting film because it's not just tough guy Charles Bronson kicking in heads and stuff like that. He's more of a kind of like an enforcer kind of type that's just sort of in a bad situation. And the story is really deep because of all the flashbacks. It's more than just a people try to hit him in prison kind of movie. So this one's definitely a little bit more classy in that regard, and it's definitely one of the better gangster films I've ever seen. So I give the Valachi Papers a 7 out of 10.